I would like to tell you about our PI marketing training program that we have available for you. It consists of 13 videos. And in these videos, we go over everything that you guys need to know about how to successfully run this PI program. And this is a program where you are going to learn how to reach out to crash victims, the crash victims that either you're getting from us or somehow you end up having, and you're able to contact that public and get them to respond and come into the doors of your office. In these 13 videos, there's a couple of videos as well by Dr. Arlen Lieberman, and he is the chiropractor where I first started back in the Twin Cities 26 years ago. He's the chiropractor who has the best success rate of closing 85% of all people that came in from my outreach. 85% of them he closed. So we're going to have him on the two of the videos. He goes over what did he do, what were the successful actions when the PI comes in, what does he do with them, etc., so that you have that part of it as well. But we also talk about who should be running your program. What kind of person is that person? As well as part of getting the program is if you already don't have somebody in your office right now that is available to do the marketing for you, because you will need somebody to reach out. Ideally, it's a female. And you'll want her to reach out by mail and or phone call. Some states can't call, so if that's the case, you're just going to mail. But you're going to want to do mailings and phone calls, not just phone calls. Even in a state that you can do phone calls, you also want to mail. So I go over that, but as part of getting the training program, we will also help you hire and find out how to hire, etc., your correct girl for the job. We've helped many offices do that, and we can totally help you do that. She can work remote from her home, and we've established and set up many offices that have a successful PI marketing in charge working and running the program. And they basically get this program that you'll be getting from us, and they'll know how to do it from watching the videos. It also comes with the templates that you'll use to mail out to the crash victims. So these are the templates, and then you'll put your letterhead for your office on it. And these get mailed to the crash victims, as well as all of the call-in scripts. So if you're able to do phone calls in that state that you're in, this is going to have the scripts involved about what do you say to the crash victims, etc. We even have examples of how to handle different types of originations. If you're in a state that doesn't have the ability to call out, we still will go over what do you do when the PI calls you? How do you handle them? It also goes over the statistics that you will keep, that your girl will keep in the office on running this program to show and manage the program correctly. I know we get some questions as well as how long will I need to have a girl in my office set aside for labor? Like how many hours a week will she work with doing mailings, phone calls? And then I also have Mariana Vitas here, who she also helped manage and consult many, many offices. So she's worked with a lot of offices directly, so she can answer the questions.
Yes, I'm going to answer that question. A lot of chiropractors ask me, and again, depending on how many mailings you will be doing to car accident victims on any given week or any given month. But let's use an example. Let's say you are already getting from the police stations about 200 names and addresses a week. I have already done 200 mailers a week myself and timed it. And that's about 6 to 7 hours of like manual labor of preparing the envelopes, right? Every single week, 6 to 7 hours. So it's a very, very part-time doable job that any person can do within a week. Then let's say you're in a state like in Oregon where you can make phone calls, right? So you're preparing from 6 to 7 hours, the mailers, and then you want to add on top of that another 4 hours because you're Jenny, the person that will be doing the phone calls, will do about 3 rounds of phone calls to each PI, right? So that's about 4 hours in a week. So then you add that to the other 6. So you have a shift of 10 to 12 hours at most within a week, handling that specific list right? That is specific volume of names and addresses that you have for that week. If you have more, if you're in another state where maybe you're getting 500 names or 800 names, then again, you can use that 200 example that I'm giving you to double or triple the hours, depending on the volume that you're managing, right? But usually all of our offices, the Jennies are doing a part-time job. That's basically what it is. You definitely want to have somebody who's fully dedicated to this line, that is not multitasking. That would be my recommendation, right? You don't want to give it to like an office manager who's dealing with a lot of responsibilities already, or the front desk who is constantly being interrupted by patients coming in, phone calls, and whatnot. So you definitely want to delegate it either to somebody in-house that can come part-time and be dedicated to this line, or if that person is remote, again, she's using her hours to literally just focus on getting personal injury leads to your office, right? So that would be the best way and my best recommendation after doing this for that many years and helping so many offices succeed. When you have a Jenny that is fully dedicated and focused, that's where you see the best return of investment. I also want to share a quick preview of what that training portal looks like, the one that Annie was talking about with the 13 videos, okay? So I'm going to share my screen really quickly here. So this is just to show you, once you sign up for this training package, right, you will be prompted to create your own logging account. So you'll have your own email and password to access our training portal, right? Right now, I'm going to log in, of course, with my information, right? And then you'll be able to see what that looks like on the inside. Great, so here's our training portal. You click on Access Now, and then it will show you all of the videos that we have put together in an exact sequence that we wanted you to watch them, right? So once you're here at the beginning page with all the videos, if you scroll down, you have our personal injury marketing toolkit. Okay, so it's got the PI marketing ebook, it's got the letter template, the gift certificate template, the PI marketing checklist, a PI marketing mailers log, just to help your Jenny keep track of how she's doing the mailers every single week. PI marketing mailing supplies links, the cold school script, and successful action by Dr. Lieberman. And again, it's the same script or text that he wrote in the ebook, but we extracted it for easy read, right? It's specifically his pages. So there you go. That's how you have access to the entire training portal, and anybody in your team can get trained with it and learn from it and implement it. But now I want to end off the video by showing you a couple of testimonials from two clients that went through the training, okay, so that you have an idea of what they have to say. So I have here one testimonial from Dr. Gary Olavison. He is in Idaho, and you can see here he's saying, I want to thank prospect providers for their service and for their proprietary PI marketing training program delivered to my staff, which has allowed us to increase the number of car accident victims we help at our clinics in Idaho Falls, Idaho. We have been able to start 29 PI cases and 21 wellness cases. I am very appreciative of their attention to detail in customer service, statistics graphing and mentoring. Prospect Providers has a precise formula to contact car accident victims and get them into our offices so they can receive the needed education and treatment to recover from their recent injuries. Thank you so much for what you do and for always being there for us. Prospect Providers delivered above and beyond everything needed to guarantee our success. So
very, very sincerely.
yeah. Okay. And the next testimonial we have is from Dr. Murphy, all the way in Washington. And he says, when we first started with Prospect Providers, it honestly felt like a lot of work to do the whole process ourselves. However, their onboarding process quickly changed that perception. They don't just hand you a playbook and walk away. They take the time to onboard your team thoroughly, hold consistent weekly check-ins, and stay actively engaged in the process. For us, things started a bit slower at first, but as we worked through some early hiccups and challenges specific to our local market, Prospect Providers team helped us problem solve and refine our approach. Their guidance and willingness to adjust strategy based on real world feedback made a noticeable difference. Once we found our rhythm, we began to see real momentum. In fact, just in the last month alone, we had 5 new PI cases start care, which has been a meaningful growth driver for our practice. Overall, Prospect Providers delivers hands-on support, accountability, and strategic insight, not just leads. If you're willing to engage in the process and collaborate, they can be a strong partner for long-term growth. Sincerely, Dr. Murphy. Okay, good. So we hope this video really gave you an insight to what our training package is comprised of. Like it has a lot of pieces to it, but the whole idea is that Annie developed it with the purpose that you are effective at contacting these car accident victims, giving them a compelling reason to want to come to your office so that you can then treat them.
Yeah, with the goal being that you guys yourself internally will have ongoing PI cases that constantly flow into the doors of your office, which I believe is what you want anyways. So we look forward to helping you get signed up with Prospect Providers and our PI marketing program.
Great. See you on the other side. Bye bye.
Bye.